Oh, yeah. What's going on? What, am I frozen? Yep, recording now. Oh, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I'm seeing the intro right now.
Oh, I can't see nothing right now.
Keep it going.
There it is. What's going on? What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Sip and Smoke on the Leap and Ash podcast on this Thursday evening, ladies and gentlemen. Guess one of the guys just popped off. As you can see, we minus a couple of our guys, but we'll get into that momentarily. Before we get into that, let me introduce to our guest today. As you can see, underneath me, we got the Smokey G. Vince Gary. What's going on, Gary?
What's up?
Gary.
Thanks for having me in.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for coming along. And you guys got to meet the man underneath him. We met him last week in the Sip and Smoke. What up, Ernie?
What's up, Biggie?
What's going on, guys?
Big Earn.
Guys, now you can see the gentleman to my left, the new addition to the Sip and Smoke Leaf and Nash podcast, baby. Cajun Cigar Rat Glenn.
Southside.
Sweet.
So sorry.
Sweet. And as always, guys, you see the big dog underneath that, the rat PC Superman. What up, dog?
Man, what's happening with you, man? Glad to be here with you tonight.
What's up, Uncle PC?
Yeah, and guys, the One Finger Pecker Sensation, he's here. He's truly behind the scenes today. You guys have seen some things blast over here because you know he got to get to the panda. And there we go. We're starting already. So, and obviously Don is out in a gala with the wife today. They had a big event that they're doing. And I'm your other host, Panda Baby. Let's go. So guys, before we get started, what are we sipping on? What we smoking? Let's start with you, Glenn.
Of course, I'm stuck on 1762. I've been stuck about 2 weeks. My go-to is Buffalo, but and then I am smoking a Black Pearl La Perla. That's with the Cameroon wrapper. That's a
nice. And we'll get to talk about that cigar based on one of the questions because it definitely falls into the category. Gary, I know what you sipping on, what you smoking tonight.
So the sip of choice tonight is going to be Community Dark Roast Coffee. And then the smoke of choice, I've been blessed. I've been finding these Illusiones. And this is the little Rothschild. And,
that's also going to be a conversation we'll be having momentarily because Illusion is definitely one of those cigars that is definitely not talked about enough. But Ernie, what you sipping on? What you smoking?
I'm sipping on some double espresso right here.
That's what I should be having.
What are you smoking? Oh, the Bomba, the 601? Okay.
Oh, you got the gold label, man.
That's the number 10. PC?
Okay.
Now, I know you can't smoke, but what you sipping on?
Well, I'll tell you what I smoked earlier today. You know, I've been in a drought here, so I smoked the Genesis Black Label today, and I got me some Alabama Finest.
So your boy Panda is sipping on some Four Roses small batch. And I'm pairing this bad boy up with my go-to, the Trinidad Espiritu number 2.
Yes, sir.
So
Hey,
good.
one time for JJ.
Yeah. So JJ's a little under the weather, guys, so that's why he's gonna be behind the scenes. What's up, Rue? I see Ruth Pats. What's going on, Brent?
Yeah.
All the guys, Dakota, man. What's going on, buddy?
Rob
Who else
G.
is here? Ish. What's going on,
What's
Ish?
up, Ish?
So,
Uncle Ish.
What's happening?
Rob
Ed?
G.
so guys, today's topic on the Sip and Smoke is going to be a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We're kind of going to start off with some lounges, and then we're going to talk about some cigars, etc. But I want to start off with your experiences in going to cigar lounges for the first time, and what exactly, when you go to a new lounge, what specifically are you looking for to see in this lounge? And then anything in particular that you guys look for when you go to any lounge? I'll start with the guests. Gary, I'll start with you first.
Oh, Lord, man. Right under the bus right away.
You got to break the ice.
See, so,
Well, oh, shoot. We ran right over Gary.
man, do y'all see them tracks on my back? I mean, but I don't get out to a lot of lounges. Now, where I purchase my cigars here locally, my brick and mortar has a really nice lounge, and they've got a nice private room also. But so that's where I've learned about cigar lounges. Basically, is in that particular one in the past couple of years, going to events there and stuff. And I just when I walk in, if there's actually a set of seats right next to the door, and the first thing I do is look over and see who's there and say hi, and I look for reactions, to see, are they friendly, are these folks saying hi back, what have you, and it's just, the place is packed with what do I want to say, group seating, and then in the back it's got some single seating, but as you come in the door they got all the group seating, and so there's usually a group of guys sitting in both of those section areas, and they always seem to be friendly, and that's, if I'm going to walk in a place that I know I'm going to say hi, if you're sitting there, you're going to get me trying to get you to speak,
Right.
and just at least letting you know, hey, I'm here to be friendly and have a cigar, and then I'll see how you are, and that might dictate how long I stay, And of course, I'm looking for the coffee pot, because I haven't had a sip of that finer stuff that y'all have in a few years now. But I'm looking for the coffee pot. Where y'all hiding? And if it ain't cooked yet, because I know they have it, I'm like, let's get over to the coffee pot.
So, question real quick. Whenever you drink your coffee with your cigars, does it make them taste differently? Because I've had a couple of Connecticut's that I've smoked with coffee, but not too often.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, Glenn, hold on, because we won't get to the pairings, man.
He was talking about coffee.
We won't get to the pairings. Hold
Damn,
on.
look, see, I already started the train rolling on the wrong track, man. Damn, man.
Let the man breathe. Let the man breathe. But you know what, though, Gary? You just said something that, it's funny. I never really took it into consideration, but I've always observed it, and I've never mentioned it out loud. And that is the group seating. That is a very good point to point out, because you know what? You want that in a cigar lounge, right? You want group seating because it forces that interaction, right?
Yeah,
Right. And that's a very, very good point. And like I said, I've always seen it. I just never even thought about mentioning something like that. But it is a very good point.
And so in Panda, in this particular lounge, like I said, when you walk in that side, there's an entrance coming from the cigar store up front. Through you can either go through the humidor or around the humidor into the lounge. And if you come around the humidor, on that side of the humidor, there is those like 4 foot or 5 foot tall tables with the tall bar stool seating. Those little small tables where you can put 2 to 3 people. And so there's that type of group seating. But this particular seating I'm talking about, when you come in the side door of the building, there's like sectional setup with a coffee table and little end tables at the ends of the couches, and then a couple of side chairs, and so you can set up a group, and there is normally, especially on events, they're packed, and everybody so far, there's a good mixture of culture within this particular lounge, a great mixture of culture, and everybody seems extremely friendly. So that's, I haven't had a bad time there yet.
Nice. Look at you. Look at the comment. Oh my God! Lurch, I tell you,
gotta love my Lurch, man. Gotta love my Lurch.
So Ernie, you and I, we've gone to a lot of lounges together. I mean, and we've had this conversation before. What do you look for when you go into a new lounge?
Yeah, one thing I definitely look for as soon as I walk in, I analyze the floor. Is there any groups there? Is there a chair or maybe two if you and I are going there? Just analyze the community there. Obviously, I expect to have a good selection of cigars. And I usually, I agree with him. I'm looking to see if there's coffee. What kind of beverage can I get? Usually coffee is my go-to. And I usually like to break the ice by just sitting in the middle of the group, just asking the guys, hey, are these seats taken? Grabbing a seat and introducing myself. That's what I really look for, community in the lounge.
Yeah. And that speaks volumes when you walk in, because Ernie and I, we've gone, like I said, we've got to multiple lounges, and it's that because most lounges are very cliquey, right? And if you're an outcast, if you're someone new, to me, I think the everyday patriots, the guys are like Ernie and I, that we're like the furniture in our line. I think it's our responsibility to make those new people, especially if it's the first, to make them feel welcome. You want these people to keep on coming, right? Because it helps the shop as a whole. It helps the owners grow their business. It helps to grow, the groups. And to me, when I go to a lounge and I see that there's a lot of clicks and they'll maybe give you a head nod and that's the extent, then I kind of already know it's kind of right. You kind of get standoffish and you kind of go in the corner and you don't feel welcome, And to me, I want to know how they're going to make me feel when I walk into their lounge. Are they going to welcome me or are they going to just freaking isolate me? What's up, man?
Do you think you're? Do you think you're more of a thermostat, or do you think you more go with the flow, or do you set the flow? Let's say that.
As far as what conversation?
As far as when you walk into a lounge, can you sort of be the person who sets the tone within the lounge? You walk into a room and you dominate that room.
You know what? I'll be honest with you. I don't do that in no other place other than my own lounge. Because I'll tell you that if there's a faster way to get either kicked out or not welcome back to it, is to try to be the center of attention in that lounge that you know nothing about. You've heard the expression, right? Read the room. And that's exactly what you need to do. You need to read the room. And in mind, you always have that loner, right? That doesn't want to be bothered, doesn't want to socialize. That's not the person you want to sit next to. If you hear a conversation that somewhat, piques your interest, then if you can sit down there, like Ernie said, hey guys, is this chair available? No, can I sit? Yeah, okay, cool, I appreciate it. And if right then and there you could tell whether or not you're gonna somewhat be able to be invited into the conversation, right? Because if Ernie and I are in the middle of a conversation, someone just sits down and they'll be like, hey, what are you guys talking about? That's not how you want to start. And the reality is that Ernie and I will probably look at each other, look at him, and just continue our conversation. You know what I mean? Right. And but like I said, read the room. You don't want to be the person to stick out like a sore thumb, especially in the very beginning. There's no secret, guys, that I talk a lot. I'm loud. Ernie's just as loud as I am. And that's what we love about our lounge. I know it's shocking, guys. I know, but PC, what do you say, man? What do you think, man? When you go looking into a lounge?
you guys know I live in Georgia, man. The cigar lounges and the cigar community is totally different there. But I look for some of the same things that Greg looked for in the lounge. But I go, me personally, I go just to really chill, to kind of clear my head and everything. But the first thing I look for is how that humidor look. The actual cigars. Is there anybody that's going to greet me, walk me into the cigar, into the humidor? And once they realize I know what I'm looking for, they back off. They don't just hover over me and stuff like that.
Right.
And to Glenn's question, man, you got to be careful going into anybody's lounge, just like Panda said, because they may not say anything to you, but you'll get the message because you'll change the whole energy of the lounge, and that's something that you don't want to do. And you want that thing to continue to vibe so that you can walk through that door anytime you want to, and you don't have to say anything to anybody. The more they see your face, the more you become part of the furniture or just a visitor. It's like, oh yeah, I've seen that guy. And a lot of conversations will kick up with you if you just repeatedly come in there with the right attitude, the right vibe. Because at that point, I noticed there's a lot of alphas sitting in that room. They may not seem like alphas, but and I hate to throw the term alpha around, but you know, we our ears perk up and we kind of watch because we want to protect our peace, and that's where we go get our peace at. So yeah, that's kind of what I look for with mostly the tobacconists, how they handle the shop, how the owners move through the shop, how they greet you and stuff like that. And you know, I'll say this and I'll finish it up. There are so many different types of lounges in Atlanta. You're never gonna almost see the same lounge because you got some that are like nightclubs. You got some that just traditional lounges.
Yeah.
So you got to read the room at one of those environments.
Yes, I'm not thinking tips tonight. But that's a valid point, right? What's up, Black? So, how many lounges have you guys gone into that so-called tobacconists don't even follow you, right? They don't even ask, hey, you guys need any help? You know, and to me, you know, if I'm new to the lounge, I want to try something new in the new lounge. I don't want to keep on going to the regular, the norm that I could grab anywhere. You know, house blends are very good to grab when you go to a new lounge to see if they have any house blends, because it's good to try something new. You know, this is one of the reasons, guys, I can't wait to retire, because I plan to do almost like a 50-state travel just to go and do lounge hopping, man, because, you know, there's so many things out there. How many boutique cigars, how many unknown cigars that aren't even mentioned, right? That we need to, you know, figure out. True story show, because you double and triple bourbon. Yeah, you got that right. That was during the Ebor. So Glenn, how about you, man? What are you looking for when you start going into a new lounge, or you trying to find something?
Well, you know, as everybody has different personalities, and my personality it is I could read a room in a heartbeat. So I try to in like you were saying, you know, there's so many different, depends on the area, depends on, you know, but I like to go in and I like to definitely be greeted. And I like when I go into a humidor, somebody's there to let me know, do you need anything? Just holler, and I'm there. But and thirdly, I think is what's behind the bar.
There you go.
Definitely what's behind the bar.
Yeah, and the thing is this, right? How many people, like, I know when I help out the lounge and I see someone that we've never seen before, I ask them two questions: what do you normally like to smoke, and what's your price point? Right? Because you kind of have an idea, right? Where they're gonna be, which leads me to the second question, right? and there's a bunch of these, and I should have dropped the price point, but I already wrote it down. You know, how many cigars do you guys know that are $15 or less that are straight bangers? You know, and guys, you guys on the comment section, I want to see if any of you guys have something that I have different on mine. I got about, I think, 15 that I just wrote down quickly, but
Oh yeah, I got it.
I mean, and there's a lot, you know what I mean? So Glenn, you started that combo to lead to question number 2. So what are some of your $15 or less cigars?
And I say this every time. Every day's a cigar day, Barber Pole. Every stinking time, over and over again. No way. Yeah.
Every day is a cigar day. So
Yep.
I mean, those who don't know, every day is a cigar day. That's a direct, straight to consumer, right? You go to everydaysacigarday.com, and the price is on that, right? You get 16 cigars on for like $39. You know, you can't beat it. I mean, it's a great brand. They're based out of Nicaragua. And they have the Maduro, the Habano, Barber Pole, the Chunk. They have a couple of other ones that he's come out with. Like I think he came out with the Figurado now. But yeah, every day's a cigar. There's a great, and mind you, you look at that's almost less than $10 a cigar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So what else is on that list of yours?
Mafioso.
The Mafioso.
Got one in there.
So the Mafioso. Talk about Mafioso. Who makes it? I think that guy might be here somewhere.
Somewhere. It's, the one and only Banff Cigars. That's go online, Google it, look it up. Yeah. The master blender himself. I mean, it's and I said this before, you know, if it like the 12 gauge is my top 2. The 12 gauge from Banff Cigars is like my top 2, and we're not just blowing smoke. That's just being for real.
Yeah. What's good about Ish, and we were having this conversation. I don't know, was it you, PC? We were having this conversation. That I think what Ish brings to the industry is just the massive amount of different tobacco that is from around the world. You know what I mean? And that is so very unique. You know, I think that's what he brings. That a lot of people, if you guys are enthusiasts, you know, I would definitely look under Banff Cigars, you know, and definitely try out his line, because his line is ridiculous. Good, Glenn.
Transylvanian tobacco. I never thought I would have tried Transylvanian tobacco.
Yeah. And honestly, it's the first time I ever had Transylvanian tobacco was the Blood of Blood. Matter of fact, it was so unique. I had to give Ernie one. I'm like, dude, you got to try the cigar because it's so unique. It's something that I've never ever had. Catch up with some of these comments. My Father Blue, that's on my list. The Underground, Perdomo, those are on my list as well. You know, the F-Bomb by Espinosa. I mean, there is a lot more. What says you, Ernie? What $15 or less, man? I saw Pat go to the 1000 series Padron. I got that on my list for you, right, buddy?
Yeah, I got My Father Blue. I have the Chardo Pasquale on my list. That cigar there is a banger. It's a good smoke.
You hear JJ? JJ just creamed himself. You can't see it, but you
I'm talking.
Oh my God, man! So yeah, and it's fun because I'm watching and reading the list here, and you guys are all on point, right? This is why I say I should have gotten a little less expensive. I should have gotten probably less than $15, probably maybe $13 or less, because $15 it's a wide range.
Very.
Right. But the reality is this, guys, is that unfortunately, for whatever the reasons may be, they've taken advantage of these so-called tariffs and taxes, etc., and the prices are all going up. So now the norm is $14, $15 now. Right. You know, so that was my mindset when I brought up $15. But there are a bunch of other cigars, and a lot of you guys have mentioned a lot of the stuff that I had, like Big Al, like I said, my father blew the underground Perdomo Maduro. Those are on my list.
Mhm.
How about you on PC?
Well, I'm gonna start off with the 5 Vegas Brasilia, and most of the guys, I don't know if they even tried it or even attempt to try it.
No.
That is a banger that's probably gonna be between the price of $6 and $7 a stick, and you're gonna get, if you buy a box, that's 10 in a box for almost less than $100.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, man, that's a top banger. Of course, you know, Nicarusta, Adobe. That's
Mhm.
another one. That a lot of people not like that one because it's got a lot of kick in it too. And I got to go with the Leaf by Oscar and the Shaggy Foot. That's one of my favorites in the summertime.
Yeah.
Great little cigar. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I got a whole list, man. I can keep going if you want me to.
We'll get back to you.
Yeah.
We'll get back to you. So I'm gonna before I'm giving Gary some time to recoup from the first question here. So I'm gonna start off with West Tampa. Okay, so we're talking about. I'm talking about just even the core line, right? Even the high end ones, like the Circle Live. I would love to see how many who increased their prices. Do tell Nicaragua was going to decrease the price now that there are no tariffs. Yeah, it's interesting because in our lounge everything's just gone up too. I don't know why, but they have. But the West Tampa core line, which is the red label, black label, white label, all three of them are $10.90 for that cigar. The Circle Life, the Devil's Crab. Excuse me. What's the other one? The Attic series, I absolutely love. $13 as well. You know, that to me is definitely on the top of my list. Is West Tampa. You know what I mean? Because right now, I don't think there's anything that's of that quality for $11. You know, and I'm not talking about craft because even though West Tampa is still technically a craft boutique. I think Rick Rodriguez had a massive head start, you know what I mean, because of the recognition of who he is, who he worked for so many years, and the availability that the average newcomer does not have. He has had to his accessibility. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So another one, guys, you know, Black Label, right? Black Label tobacco company, right? Or Black Works or whatever. You know, they're another one that's absolutely great. That they're in like the $13 mark. Another one, if you guys have never heard, is Warp Nicotina.
Yeah.
Right? I introduced that to my guys, and I discovered that when Ernie and I and the guys from the shop went to Tampa. We went to back then it was called the Davidoff Lounge, but dude, it's an $11 cigar. And if you look at the wrapper, because like Ish says, you know, we shop with our we think, oh, it's a medium looking cigar, it'd be medium. Dude, this sucker has a punch, you know? And I absolutely love the Nicotina Warp. Every time I go to Neptune's and I try to grab whatever they have because they run out constantly. Excuse me. Illusion that Gary spoke about earlier. Let me tell you something. Oh, Donnie boy. Illusion the MJ12. That's another $13 cigar. What's going on, Don?
What's happening? What's happening?
Dude, you starting to look more and more like Bull from Night Court, bro.
Oh, dude, don't say that. Dude.
Ouch.
Oh, John, bro.
I mean, I did notice the high and tight right away.
Oh, man.
Just saying.
It's okay. I got you.
That's hot. Hey, did you see I was right behind him? I was right behind him. That is
Now Don's going to do the dance.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever tried them, but the 1502 line of cigar.
At the lounge, huh?
The 1602.
Yeah, the 1502, the black.
Never had that one, did you?
I think the majority of all their sizes is under like $12-13.
Oh, wow. Nice.
That is crazy. Good. But also, right, all the CAOs,
Yeah.
right? The Flatheads, the Brasilia, the Italia, the
Zoccolo.
all
Zoccolo is my favorite.
MX2.
the
BX3.
BX3. I like the BX3.
Yeah.
I mean,
Brazilian's my
yeah,
favorite.
yeah, the Brazilian. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. That Matafina, I mean, it's just absolutely sick. Can you hear us, Don?
I can hear you.
So I'm gonna put you on the spot like you did to me the day I was out and about.
All right.
Name a couple of cigars that you think that are worth the price point of $15 or less.
That's easy. West Tampa. Everything made by West Tampa. Let's see. That is on the spot. So got the West Tampa Red, West Tampa Black. I like the I like the Hayes Gray sticks. I've only had the new one. I don't even know how to say it, to be honest with you, but I've only had that once, but I liked it. But their first core line was fantastic. I don't know what the price point is, but the Big Sky Cryptid is good.
They fall into that.
Yeah.
Like $13.
Yeah, and the Big Sky Bitterroot is probably up there for me. I'm not sure where the San Latano falls. The AJ San Latano.
That's gotten up in price. Even what is the other Desperados? Even those have gotten up in price, and I think they just passed the $15 mark.
Okay.
On those.
Okay.
What about the last call? The last call, that's a good cigar.
Yeah, the last call. I mean, that what's good about it is a quick smoke. That's a really good quick smoke. What up, Donnie? There's a bunch of them, and I was gonna mention Hayes Gray, right? Because you guys know I'm like, I've become like their groupie.
Yeah.
You know, you know what? The thing is this, and I keep saying this, and I keep repeating myself about these guys, is that even to this day, like I said, I've yet to see really black. No, JJ, you didn't have to do that, JJ. You didn't have to do that. That didn't even make the list, man. Whatever.
Yeah.
So yes, the Hayes Gray core line, and now the new Adamaros, Domar.
Yeah.
That is such a damn good freaking cigar, man. I mean, and like I said, guys, if you guys do not know, I've never heard of Hayes Gray, I highly recommend go and check them out, because their core line, and now that they've linked up with Ish, their second core line is going to be just as good, if not better, and they're right in that price point. So,
and they're a great group of guys.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know what? They're working it, right? They're really pushing their brand, and they're really putting boots to ground, which is what I respect about what they're doing about their line. But all right, Gary, you've had time to think now, buddy.
Oh, dude.
Guys, before I'm gonna jump back out. I gotta get back to my event. We're at the famous Space Center Houston here. So I gotta get back out there. But I just wanted to pop in and say hey to everybody and love you guys, and we'll get back after it.
Yes, sir.
All right. Cheers.
So
cheers. Hello.
And nobody said it, and I was the number 5 Shaggy Foot by and I can't find. It'll come back to me. But everybody's saying that Ernie's smoking the La Bamba. Somebody else mentioned the La Bamba, and I bought the 601 number 1, number 6, and number 11 10 packs here in the last couple of months. And with the canisters, but the cigars, I've been trying to be so stingy out there. Just every one of them have been so good. But then I got the number 1 finally. Oh my God! Wow, the number 1. And I haven't been through all the rest of them or the gold label number 10. But when I got that number 1, and I have stepped off of those just because I'm going to put those on a special occasion list. But for the I think I paid for a 10-pack plus if I'd have got them without the canister, they'd have come in definitely under $15.
Yeah.
But you get the bomb, in the CAOs, like you were saying, and immediately the one that came to mind for me I fell in love with that Zocolo and the San Andreas wrapper on that. Just something about that particular blend cigar has just caught my attention from way back. I love that cigar. Oh Lord, Gran Habano, that number 5, Gran Habano. Anything by Gran Habano, though, I have not had a bad. And most all of them come in under that price point. They're just excellent cigar line. And then Glenn nailed the Banff line. You know, I have the Area 51 out here with me. I think it comes in a little stronger than, but all in all, it's dude. And of course, I have a Mafioso out here with me because I might be out here a while tonight. Who knows? So, and you know me, 2 or 3 cigars a night's a definite possibility. But yeah, and I'm in the middle of right now. I'm trying to find a way to try each cigar in the Banff Don Olivon lines, and what, you know, slowly is, you know, I can't rush my way through it, but I'm going to be able, in the end, I'm going to be able to speak to everything. I don't know if you know, we all know about the Factory Reserve Club, and so inevitably, if you're a member of that, you're going to get to try every one of them. But I am going to go a little quicker than that.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I just want to tell everybody, if you ain't doing nothing in March, come on down to West Palm. All us guys are going to be there, and we can hang out at the Great Smoke, and it would be a blast.
And also, guys, you know, if you're not a subscriber to the channel, by all means, hit that subscribe button, guys. You know, share it. Like you said, this is like, we're gonna be on every Thursday. There's a new episode, new segments called the Sip and Smoke on Thursday with the Leaf and Ash. And as you can see, we got guests on here. And this year we're kind of doing our fan base per se, or our subscribers. And if you want to come on and join, we have Pat's on already. Now we got Gary, we have Ernie. We want a bunch of other guys and new faces. Al, Big Al. I definitely want to get Al on here. You know, Al is that guy that I keep telling you guys about, right? He's not a sponsor, but I keep throwing his card out here in almost every Sip and Smoke, man. And he's the one that did the Pandas ashtrays. If you have not seen him, I mean, the guy does some really badass 3D imaging.
That's crazy.
So by all means,
And I'm most definitely got to get me one of those silverback ashtrays, bro.
yeah, I hear
That
you, man.
is
Yeah, but going back, there's a couple of definitely room 101, another one, actually banger GTO, La Cura, yeah.
Is that the original document?
Yes, who else? Johnny Tobacconut 10. Let me tell you something. I'm a fan of the JT10. That cigar is a banger. Panda's hat here. Yeah, no.
I want to throw Panda. There was 2. You know, we've been talking about the Illusione, but something I found by mistake at my cigar stores, because the rep made a mistake. Instead of sending 35 fresh packs, he sent 3,500 fresh packs of Casa Magnas.
Casa Magna, yeah.
I don't know if you guys have, but and so they do come in at the correct price point, and huge fan. The Maduro and the Habano, just dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, the Los Santos. Yeah. You know, I mean, guys, we could go on and on and on this topic. I mean, we could have an entire episode just on $15 or less.
Yep. Write it down.
Yeah, I mean, the next time we're definitely going to be talking about more boutique. This was kind of an overall, but I mean, I think there's so many good boutique companies that are coming out, and like I said, I truly believe that 2026 is going to be a great year for Hayes Gray and for the boutique marketing.
For sure.
You know, I mean, I just think because all these prices are going through the roof, and these guys are able to give not only, you know, a great price point, but the quality of it's absolutely unbeatable.
Well, what Panda, what it's all about, and we've talked about this 100,000 times, and this is a perfect example. Hayes Gray. Great people. We always talk about making family, brothers and sisters,
Yeah.
And whenever I started with Leaf and Hash, the first people that sent me a message said, "Hey, Glenn, it's so great to see you behind the mic again," was Hayes Gray. Who does that?
Yeah. And the thing is that these are the guys that, these guys are the ones that they're driving thousands of miles to promote their product. You know what I mean? And I've had conversations behind the scenes with certain individuals in regards to, if you don't put boots to ground, your product, your company will never grow.
Never.
Right. No. All right, guys, we got to move on. All right. We'll go through this one. Box press around cigars. Box press around cigars.
Depends on the cigar.
Okay. All right. So you started, you opened up. Go ahead.
Okay. The Perdomo. What is it? 60th anniversary?
No, the Rocky Patel, you mean?
Yeah, Rocky Patel.
Mm-hmm.
Box press all day long.
Yes, absolutely.
You give me okay. I just smoked a Black Pearl.
Mm-hmm.
Box press, I don't believe I would like it.
But there is a difference between a box press smoke and a round smoke. Remember, guys, a box press is going to burn cooler, right? And it's a little bit slower. A circular cigar is going to burn hotter and faster.
And less filler.
And less filler, correct.
Yeah.
There is science to a box press cigar, right? Because on the circular cigar, the smoke is just doing this, as opposed to the box. It has too much traveling for you to get the full effect. So I agree with you. Not every cigar could be box press. Go ahead, Gary.
Lefty made a point, and he is so right. We all forgot to mention Crowned Heads, and what an amazing cigar, and they come in under the price point.
Look, right there. Crowned Heads, Mint Diaz.
I saw you, Lefty. I saw you.
Dude, if we have time, we're already at 42 minutes, and we're only on the third question here.
Oh, yeah.
So, like you said, so is everybody in agreement with that? I guess it all depends on what cigar it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Long chill or
luxury.
Sorry, JJ.
I said it kind of just gives off. It makes the cigar seem more luxurious in a box press shape.
Where's Uncle Ish?
Yeah. So, like I said, I'm trying to get through all these damn questions here. Do you guys?
I don't think the Flathead series would work if it wasn't box press.
Absolutely.
Well, they didn't, and that's why they became box press.
Yeah.
So one thing, if we interviewed Rick Rodriguez last year, and it was one of his master blenders that came up with that, because what happened was that the flatheads, before they were flatheads, the CO, they were burning too hot.
Right.
They were burning too hot. And what was happening, there was a lot of complaints over that. And then there was the blender and the master blender that said, why don't we do a box press on it? It'll cool it down and it'll slow down the burn. And c'est la vie. Everyone knows where the storyline is. So, question, guys. Do you guys feel, because not everyone could do this, do you guys think that retrohaling a cigar is necessary for you to really enjoy a cigar?
Let me. Can I start?
Go.
So there's a friend of ours that
we have a choice.
He oh, shut up, Gary. So there's a friend of ours that he can't retro. So what he does is French inhale and pulls it through his nose, and I guess sends it back out his nose. And I think that would take a lot of practice to perfect that way. But I was talking to Panda the other day, and retro inhaling is something that you, and no, Tom, I'm not picking on you, but it's something you have to experience. I think personally, there's ways around it, but I would not be fulfilled enough not being able to retro.
Yeah, it's a whole different experience, right?
It brings
I
out
mean,
the complexity.
It does. Hey, JJ, Ish, do me a favor, highlight Ish's comment in regards to that.
Yeah.
So, my best bet for who is going to make a good name in solid sales in terms of Hayes Gray, MTS, Angry, I was
Angry.
Fathom and Fury, and a few on. Yeah, and I agree. You know, they're all made by the Rodriguez Olivon Cigar Factory out in DR. But yeah, and I agree. To me, I retrohale every cigar, and Pat did make a valid point. You know, if you're just starting out in this journey and you're a very first and just starting, yeah, I don't expect you to learn how to retrohale. You know, I think the ones that smoke cigarettes are they already have an idea
right.
how to retrohale.
You're right.
You know, but you know, you can get sick, especially if you don't do the proper percentage out to not. Because if you take a full drag of a cigar and you try to blow out 90% of that smoke out of your cigar, especially perfect example, if you smoke that 601 La Bomba and you took a 90% hit and you try to retrohale, man, your nasal cavity will be burning.
Yeah.
Straight napalm.
Yeah,
You're
absolutely.
gonna blow your brains out.
Because you blow that smoke past your, what do they call it, your
Nasal cavity.
olfactory receptors.
Yeah.
Because your tongue can only taste what sweet, salt, bitter, sour. If you're going to pick up cedar or cocoa or leather, that's through here, not on through your palate. That's
Right.
through your nasal cavity. So you're missing out on a lot of nuance and a lot of flavors by not retrohaling.
Definitely enhance the flavor of the cigar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean it does, right? You get then all of a sudden, you know who actually truly get more, and we all know this, right? When women retrohale, they'll get a hell of a lot more out of their retrohaling than we will, because obviously they have more sensitive nostrils than we do, you know. But it's absolutely 5 tastes in your mouth, millions in your nose. Absolutely right, Ish. You know, and like I said, I mean, are we all in agreement that you think that, you know, especially when you're really getting into this journey, that retrohaling is an important aspect of enjoying the cigar experience.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But if you can't, we don't hold it against you.
Yeah, me personally, I like to take the smoke in. I like to take the smoke in first in my mouth and just see what the cigar is going to give me and see what my palate's going to, you know, throw at me and see how my senses react to that. And I don't retrohale a whole lot. I just might let out just a little bit because my nostrils can't. So I don't like blowing my senses out of my brains either. So.
Pat, you're right. It does take time to develop your palate, and this is why there was a conversation that we had last week, right? That if you're a beginner and you're just starting in this realm of smoking, you know, start off light and build your palate up. Now, mind you, there are individuals out there, guys, that smoke a Connecticut, the shade, whatever you want to call it. It's just not for them. And these guys, this certain guy, I tell you, one of my coworkers, he thought a Connecticut cigar was, I won't say trash, but he was like, dude, I don't taste nothing. Okay. And we went up to the next step. And then we get to now he loves Habanos, he loves Maduros, you know, he truly knows what spice is, you know. But so we're gonna hit a touchy topic now, and I want those of you that are on the comment section watching, I want to get your honest opinion about this question. And this one's going to go around the panel here. And JJ, I'm going to start with you.
Yes, sir.
Do you think limited edition cigars are overrated?
I think first and foremost in your brain, you're thinking, I can only get it now. So I think your expectations might lead you on. But some LEs, as we have experienced, have been great cigars. But I'd say I think
hallelujah. Yeah.
Most of them are overrated.
Felt it.
Listen, I got a list, right? I did especially just for limited edition cigars.
Oh, beat it.
to that in a minute. What do you think, Ernie? You think limited edition cigars are overrated?
I think definitely it is. I think it's overrated. I think that I think that I smoke limited cigars. A lot of times there isn't much of a difference. I don't get it, especially for the price point. I just don't see it.
And that's where, and I'm gonna give you my opinion, but that's a valid point because, especially with big name brands, right? And we know them, right? The Opuses, the Padrones, the Davidoffs, even the Cohibas. And we all know how I feel particularly about this one particular that even they themselves have one, which I'm surprised is Alec Bradley has a fine and rare. It's called limited edition. And if you guys check out the price point on that cigar, it'll blow your mind. But I think that especially these massive legacy companies, I think they take advantage of their fan base, and their followers, and they absolutely blow up the price points because they can, and because they know that they're gonna get whatever it is they want. I honestly, I truly do believe that limited edition. I don't want to call it a scam, but it is in one form, right? Because it to me is one of those things that, Ernie just said it. To me, what makes this cigar so different than your regular line? Nothing's different about the cigar.
The foot band.
It's a marketing ploy.
It's a marketing strategy.
Well, it's just like when you go to a restaurant, specials. You order one of them specials, they'll be lukewarm. Because they're that's all I gotta say. Because everything's been but the same concept, I think, as limited edition.
Yeah, and I mean, listen, there are some limited runs that, and I'll tell you one, and I think this individual, not only does he have the marketing and the tobacco, because every year is something different, and I got to give it to this guy, and it's Pete Johnson with the Monster Series.
Yeah.
I think that guy has mastered the art. Yes, there's the wolf, right?
I was fixing to slow y'all down a little bit.
Guys. So, have you guys seen online what a box? So that box alone is like $30, right? Go back to the original ones, like the Frankenstein or the Michael Myers. Someone has asked me to look for a Michael Myers box, and I've reached out to everyone that I know. Look how much an empty mini-series Michael Myers cigar box is. It's in the thousands.
Wow.
It's in the thousands for an empty box. It's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. But the cigars every year is different. Right. Every year is different, So yeah, I think, I think if you market right, as long as but the thing is, the markup on them is not as bad as the others. You know what I mean? So I got
a question for you. How does the limited edition versus running out of certain tobaccos for cigars apply? Because editions do they know from the beginning it's going to be a limited edition, or like some cigars we know that have been great cigars, we found out the tobacco doesn't exist anymore. So how does that apply to the limited edition?
Well, but that's the thing, right? Because Ish has mentioned this in particular, right?
Yeah.
I won't mention this individual who's had a limited edition cigar for the last, 15, 20 years. Like I said, I won't mention his name. But the thing is this, but that is about a point. If you have limited tobacco of a certain rate, then that's a true limit.
Right.
But is it worth you hiking the hell out of this price point, hiking up the price point?
Okay.
So
You know,
Is it Blackworks that put out the Triforium?
I think so.
So that was a limited run, but he didn't overprice them. I bought a 10-pack. Fucking, excuse me, excellent cigar.
See, but the thing is this, right? If the price point, because you guys know everything to me is based on price point.
Yeah.
Is this cigar worth the price that I paid for it? And I'll say, oh, this is a phenomenal cigar. And people say, make fun of me, oh, you say everything's phenomenal. I'm going based on the price point. I paid on a particular online site for a 5-pack, and these came out to $3.28 each.
Oh, dang.
Wow.
This is an outstanding cigar. And I love this. And mind you, you go to a brick and mortar, this cigar right now, Neptune's, is like $13, $14. So I'm like winning. Hello. You know what I mean? So yeah, I just, it's craziness.
Well, you know, I can respect some of these companies when they say we're going to put out a limited edition, because I know a certain company, we bought boxes of their sticks, but which were the best cigar I've smoked in a long time. It was worth being a limited edition because they only printed like 5,000 they released the first time and another 5,000 the second time. I may be off on the number, but those were they're few and far. But I figured they're great sticks to be a limited edition.
Oh shoot! Yeah,
the Foundation Grasshoppers.
Yeah,
event only, but they are damn good, and they really weren't that much.
Yeah, and that's what, once again, if it's gonna be a true limited, you know, that damn cigar better be out of this world, man. It really, really needs to be. You want price
right?
Reserve Cigar Clubs, and I never promote my own.
100%.
So,
Ernie, it has been so, dude. I freaking love you. I cannot wait to see you. Sorry, Panda.
No, go for it.
Months, bro. It is so nice seeing you up here on this panel.
So, what's the website where they can get the factory reserves?
BanffCigars.com, homeboy.
But I'm letting him talk, bro. Bro.
Damn it, man.
So listen, guys. If for those of you that have not gone to BanffCigars.com and joined the factory reserve, it's $35
Oh my
for
gosh,
five,
yes.
a minimum of 5. Most of the time, it's 6 cigars, or what we like to call exotic tobacco products. You got products from Italy, Portugal, freaking Germany, Ireland. You won't. It's not your everyday.
Transylvania.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
The Canary Islands.
The Canary Islands, exactly. And this is what I'm saying. If you're looking to try and experience something new in the cigar world, I promise you, you will not be disappointed, guys. And it's $35. That includes shipping. Find me another club.
Yeah.
Find me another club.
I've never not got 6 cigars. I've got 6 cigars every single time.
Yeah. I'm for $35 all in. Yeah.
Yeah. You can't
Not
no
positive.
way.
Now, guys, not positive, but I believe Ish said this time it will be 5.
Okay.
But
Okay.
Now Ish can speak to that. He's on here.
But even so, $35 including shipping. It's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, guys, man. All right, we'll get to that hour mark.
7:59.
You can't beat it.
No.
No, not at all.
Last question, guys. Last question to close out the show. And it's something that Glenn tried to start the show with. With the pairing. So Rat, you tell me, what do you truly enjoy pairing your cigars with on the norm?
On the norm?
On the norm.
Okay. I got to say something. If you have not tried that Black Pearl, I mean, you can find it all over please try it. It's delicious. But as far as pairing, anything Uncle-ish and bourbon.
Oh my God! But I mean, so what's your go-to bourbon?
Buffalo Trace.
Buffalo. You can never go. You can never go wrong. Buffalo Trace.
No, you can't.
You know, I got a few that I follow. You know, I love my Four Roses. I love my Dalmore. I mean, I have a lot. I have a lot that I love and enjoy pairing my cigars with. As you guys know, I love Weller's Special Reserve.
Yep.
Oh, that me and Weller's got a love-hate relationship. You know, I listen. In the morning, everyone knows that I gotta have my coffee and my cigar.
Coffee, where'd that come from?
I gotta have my coffee.
I've tried to find coffee here. They don't sell coffee in Oklahoma.
Yeah, where in the world did that come from? Hey, I just want to say this real quick, guys. We talk like this every day. We communicate. This is just not a Thursday thing. We get online. We talk to each other. We know how everybody's day is going from Monday through Monday.
Who are you?
Silla of Van P. Black.
Yeah. So besides Gary, but we stay connected. We stay close. We know what's going on with each other's family. We actually truly love each other like brothers.
Yeah,
absolutely. But that's what we do. And it's not just everybody in this column on this forum. This is within our community. If somebody is sick, somebody's hurt, somebody's broke, and I hate to say that out loud, we come together, and because it's our brothers, we built relationships for years, you know. And no,
so guys, also, so before I get to the other advertising stuff like that, Ernie, what are you doing pairing your cigars up with? I already know, but tell the world.
I like the old fashioned Scotch bourbon, but I think that's better than coffee.
Yeah,
I think that's the perfect pairing for a cigar, in my opinion.
Yeah. Even a nice espresso, right? Because how many espresso we have? You know, it's something great to have it to pair it on. How about you, JJ?
You know, I like my 1792.
Thank you.
Or my Woodford.
Yes.
But you can't go wrong with like a good root beer for, you know, a non-alcoholic pairing. Or some cream soda.
Block him. Block.
No.
Listen, but you know what? But listen, there is something to say though, because a lot of people enjoy pairing their cigars with either Dr. Pepper or root beer.
Right. Yes, sir.
I'm either way. I'm not. I don't. Like, that's not fun. I don't drink soda like that. You know, it's been a while since I've had and when I do drink a soda, it's mostly Sprite, you know, or a ginger ale, you know. But other than that, yeah, I kind of stay away from soda. I keep to my coffees and my bourbons. But
maybe between cigars, drinking a soda is good to cleanse the palate. But
yeah, well, yeah, because you want that sugar, right? That's what. Listen, ginger ale is very good. Is very good to clean your palate. You know, ginger ale is very, very good. How about you, PC? What do you like to pair up yourself?
Anytime, definitely or a tea.
Oh, you breaking up
midday. Midday, I'll try a Dr. Pepper, and if it's in the evening, I'm most definitely going to give me an old fashioned, and you know, pair me something nicer with the old fashioned.
Yeah. When we go to
that's
St. Augustine,
those are my three choices throughout the day.
Listen, when we go to St. Augustine, Ernie knows, you know, we'll go to the Prohibition Kitchen, and they make one of the best old fashions out there. And then when we go to the Ice Plant, all I am is gin and tonic all day. Try to stay away from some of the sugars. So, Gary, what do you enjoy pairing up your coffee? I know you that.
Well, you know, coffee. I drink Community Coffee, which is a Louisiana brand, and Louisiana boy here. But also, I can see I'm going to be getting together with Ernie and checking out some of these espressos, man. Had coffee, you know, with a cigar. But to clean my palate, I'm gonna have to go against Ish a little bit. And Topo Chico mineral water, touch of lime. It's a sparkling water, and I don't drink a lot of sodas and sugars and stuff. I stay away from sugars. And I found this stuff about a year and a half ago. And it was actually recommended by an aficionado or tobacconist for cleansing the palate. And he didn't recommend it to me, but to a friend of mine that told me about it, that said, hey, you know, to cleanse your palate in between cigars. And he didn't necessarily say the touch of lime, but I found this, and man, I just have become a junkie on it.
Dude, that's a good little piece.
Yeah.
That does make a effort, right? If you're one that belches a lot when you drink soda because of the carbonation, it will kind of change the palate. It will definitely change the palate and the taste of the cigar. You know, try to stay away from you know, carbonations and stuff like that. But like I said, we all know the trick, right? If you're feeling nauseous, you need that sugar intake.
Right.
You know, you need a sugar packet, sugar cube, something with sugar, whatever. Pat, you did make something, brought something up in regards to pairing cigars with food. You're absolutely right. That I was gonna bring that up, but I figured I was gonna just continue to add on. And we're already past the hour mark. But guys, once again, if you've not subscribed to the channel, by all means, definitely hit that subscribe button.
Hit subscribe, guys.
Hit the all notification bell so every time we go live, and as you guys know, we'll be on live every Thursday. And you never know who might show up. As you can see today, we got Gary. I want to thank Gary for showing up and taking time with us. My boy Ernie, as always, you know I love you, brother. I appreciate
Monica.
it. Yeah. Hey.
My airplane buddy.
I also want to bring up that we all, you know, us as a group, as the Leafy Nash Bar, we also are part of the TPA, the Tobacco Product Association. If you guys have not heard about this organization, I promise you, if you're an enthusiast and you want to learn more about the industry as a whole and get actual facts about it, as you can see our little logos on the top left of the screen here, you'll get a lot of insight of what happens behind closed doors in the industry. And you have regular consumers, regular enthusiasts, you have social media like ourselves, absolutely. And you have, you know, brand owners, you have lounge owners, lounge owners. If you're interested in it and you want to be a guest, reach out to me. I'll definitely have you as one of my guests to come on. But check out TPA Rocks. What is it? TPA.rocks.com, and you'll see all the people that are partaking in it. The membership is $50 for an enthusiast for the year, and the year is date to date. So if you start today, January 29, 2026, you don't have to renew until January 29, 2027, and it's $50. And for you to be able to get the knowledge and the education that you really want and learn behind the scenes, by all means, go to tpa.rocks and let them know that the Leaf and Nash podcast sent you. DM any of us, and we'll send you the link so you can be part of the guest, so you can partake without having to pay for it, so you can see what we're all about. So, guys, any last words before we close out the evening?
You know, I'll put the factory reserve link and the tpa.rocks in the description.
There you go. There you go. Go ahead, Glenn.
Cigars rock.
Cigars rock. They do. They absolutely do. How about you, Gary?
Stay vigilant and smoke as many cigars as you can.
Amen.
And four. Come on, JJ.
Ernie?
Yeah, cigars, you know, this is my lounge right here. My lounge right here is escape reality and embrace the aroma. That's what we do over here.
Yeah. PC, last word.
Hey, continue to hit that like and subscribe button, please. And we'll see you when we see you, and we appreciate you guys coming through.
Especially
I see you, Tom.
So, guys, as you guys know, we're trying to get to that 1,000 mark this year. That's our goal. Please spread the word about us, guys. We greatly appreciate the love and the support.
Yes.
Let's stay cool. Absolutely, Pat. I appreciate you, Pat. Have a good one. Guys, once again, we love you. We appreciate the love and support that you guys have given us. As always, we'll catch you on the next
JJ.
one.
Deuces.
Peace.